Well, good morning, Stanton. How is everyone today? How are all the citizens in the verse? We are back to make some more money. Things seem... Oh, my lights were on. Things seem to be a little bit more stable than they were before. Almost said stabler. Let's go with it. Things are stabler. And so we're going to do a little bit of more mining. More mining. We're going to do some mining. I said I'd do hand mining next. Come on, elevator. Let's work. I know Siege of Orison and Jumptown are both happening right now. Both... Hello? Am I trapped? No! This... Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Well, this is not boding well. Okay. Be back in one moment for take two. And we are back. Take two. Let's see if this happens. It's been a while since I've had such a massive error on the Everest Harbor elevators. So let's see. Let's see what happens now. Yes. Oh, someone's got Pembroke there. Excellent. Let's go to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby. Get ourselves a snack. No. No need for food at the moment. Ooh, actually, we're a little bit hungry. All right. We are going, as I said in my last video, part 2 of earning some money. That we were going to take a break until the money thing got sorted out, and then we were going to do some hand mining. And that is the plan today because money is sorted out. Now, I ended that the last video with about 58,000, I believe, UEC. I had it had it written down somewhere. I am having trouble speaking today. However, it's not in front of me at the moment. I don't know where I put it, but I did manage to get things stabilized. So I never received the new stipend bonus. I did receive the million, unless the million was a new stipend bonus and I misunderstood what CIG was planning. Then there was some issue with money coming and going, so I'm going to do a quick check here, and we have 68,000, and that is good. So it's a little more than what I ended with last time, because I did take part in trying out Siege of Orison, because Siege of Orison and Jumptown are both occurring right now, and I had fun. And it was cool. I've never tried it before. I've only tried it once, and it was pretty awesome. I did that yesterday, which would have been the 8th. Today is the 9th. And we're going to take our Aurora out. We're going to get that ship so we can claim our MR, but we cannot claim the other two ships. Now, if you remember, I have these ships. The Mustang Gamma, the Nomad, and the Dragonfly. I cannot get those ships right now. They are parked over at Area 18 because they are ships that I don't have anything when I start from zero, but there's no way really to get rid of those ships. So they are in my hangar. So my plan is I'm going to earn the money to buy those ships back. And when I earn however much it costs to get a Mustang or the Dragonfly or the Nomad, that money I'm going to be sending off to Riptide, who is a channel viewer, who originally was supposed to get my stipend money, and I think said he did buy a ship. Unfortunately, then that money was taken away, and so that is my solution. Is that from now on, when I'm buying those ships that I already own, I will be then transferring that money to Riptide when that happens. So Riptide, eventually you're going to get some money. I didn't transfer the new money that was given from CIG, because who knows if they're going to mess up and take it away again. So until things are more stable, I wasn't even really concerned about that. So what I did is I transferred over all the money except for the money that I ended with in my last go around. I'm going to grab the MR. Then I took part in the Siege of Orison, which was supposed to pay quite well. I don't know if it's going on right now, because I didn't get a message at the top of the screen. No priority. I don't see them. Oh, there's priority. Confiscate contraband. That's the only one. So, no Siege of Orison, no Jumptown going right now. Siege of Orson, like I was saying, I've never taken part in it before. I never tried it before. I had no clue what I was doing. Not at all. But I managed to survive a lot longer than you would ever expect, and I had the most spectacular, crazy, dumb death. Unfortunately, this is how much money, starting with whatever I ended my last video on, till about 72 I ended up with. So I didn't get that much money. All that money was from taking call to arms. So always, oh, I'm going to close this while I step out of the elevator. Always take call to arms. When you start, go to Contracts Manager, go to Mercenary, call to arms, and accept that. Always, 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 because if you kill any criminal, you get a payment. And so that is how I made all the money in Orson. I did not make any from the actual event itself because it was very buggy and ended up something weird happened. Kind of hard to explain. You might see it. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with the footage. Get in the seat. Get in the seat. So the footage itself is kind of interesting, but a lot of it is me just running around not knowing what I'm doing. A lot of me silently not saying anything as I'm trying to figure out what to do. I am not, by any means, a good FPS gamer, so it wasn't really the most engaging footage, but maybe you guys might find it interesting. However, the big issue is it's about 3 hours of footage, so I'm going to have to edit down into something. So eventually, you're going to be able to see that. So I'm going to take off now and into space. We are now not in space. We're still in the hangar. As soon as I said we're going to go to space, I could hear my phone ringing. I ran to go grab it. And we're back. And it's actually good because I was going to actually show you something and I forgot all about it. I said we're going to go do some hand mining. If you're going to do some hand mining, you've just started out, you don't have a lot of cash, you don't have a lot of resources, you looked at making some money. Hand mining is a quick and easy way to make a little bit of cash. What I've got here is I've got the Max Flex Core rucksack with the backpack. Doesn't hold a lot, but it holds some. And then I've picked up some free goods. I got an Arclight pistol, which I got during Siege of Orson. And all you really need is a free multi-tool with the mining attachment. Doesn't hurt to have a couple med pens on there as well. So I got a couple med pens here. I have two multi-tools. I got one with a tractor beam and one with the mining attachment. You could just have one attachment each and switch them back and forth, but because I picked up so many free multi-tools when I was looting Point of Interest earlier in the series, it's fine for me. Even if I lose them, I can always stand to lose a couple because I have so many, they're easy to find. So that's what I have with me. Also, I really should grab some food since I'm not going directly to a Point of Interest to loot. So I'm going to grab one of those and one of those. I'm going to take my helmet off. I'll put it in my backpack for a second. Grab this. Let's have a little bit of a drinksy here because we're at 68% for our water. Now, where we're going to go is we're just going to go to a cave on her. Look at that. 100% for my protein and 100%. And we still got a little bit of water left. Excellent. So we're going to drag that. We'll put that back in our backpack. Put our helmet back on. We are going to go hand mine on a cave on Hurston. So we don't have to worry about atmospherics. We don't have to worry about cooking or freezing to death. So we're just going to take off here. We're going to fly up and out. Because for some reason you can't fly straight out of these hangars. You got to go through the ceiling. Even though we're in space, and it would make just as much sense to come in from the side. It makes sense, I think, in Lorville to come out from the top because you're kind of built into the ground. But here we are in space, so why not have ones that are easier to get access to by coming in straight, so you can see them through your windshield a lot easier. That is my opinion. We're going to tap B, and we're going to actually find a cave. And the cave I'm looking for is Calthrop, which is HDSO, I think. So I guess I could do it this way, which would be slightly easier. Let's go. Do we see it in here? Da, da, da. There it is. HDES Calthrop. So let's set a route for that. There it is. Found it. Might be on the light side of the planet. I don't think so. I think it's right in the dark here. That's alright. We're gonna fly over there. I think this is where there's a cave. If not, we're gonna fly around till we find the cave I'm looking for. There's another cave on Ariel. Is it Dobbs, maybe, is on Ariel? Normally, I'd say don't go to the cave that's marked and try to take an investigation mission that brings you to an unmarked cave just because you're a little more hidden. But there's so many people on the servers now doing other things. I really haven't seen anyone else mining at the cave, so I'm going to risk it and fly out. So we're going to double tap this just so I have it reloaded quickly. It's red because it's too close. We're going to put our landing gear down so I don't forget later. I'm not flying too fast. I've mouse wheeled up a bit just to close the gap, but you can't really steer fast if you start going really fast forward. So I'm keeping it in this heading and this speed just until I get closer to about maybe 6,000 away. Then I'll be scrolling down. If you're flying a big ship, definitely don't fly as fast as you can close to the surface. Learn how long it takes to reasonably pull up or slow down your ship. And when in doubt, you can use your retro thrusters. Alright. I gotta learn how to speak. There we are, so we're at 9,000. 8,000. You can see how quickly this ship slows down. I'm gonna hit my lights, hit L. I like on the ship you can see the lights. You can see this part here. Gets brighter so you can tell your lights are on. Sometimes you can't really tell your lights are on, and lights don't work well on most ships in this game until you're super close. Like, they don't light up at any reasonable distance, I find. Even trying to find, say, a space station like Everest Harbor when it's blacked out, really hard to see, and the lights really do nothing to help you out, which is unfortunate. They do shine on the surface, that if I'm shining them on the surface, someone really far away is going to be able to see them no problem, so, you know, maybe not the best to keep them on while I'm in the cave, but as we come down now, we're 1,700 away. Now they're starting to illuminate the surface, so we can see here. We're coming down right on top of the cave. You can see the cave right there. In fact, I can turn this off now because I'm just heading right to the cave. Once there, we can find a good landing place. So here is the cave. There's the entrance to the cave. It's got a few containers, is that? Oh, just kind of yellowish and some containers there. So we're going to land right over here. And there are lights in the cave that make it visible. But we'll land... Yeah, that looks like a good place. So, now we're landed. You can see from a distance how much the ship lights up the surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit L again. And then I hit I. And we're at least a little bit darker. It's still flashing. How can I turn that off? Power. Power? Power. Power off.
System off.
Now we go. Look at that. We are hidden from anyone that could see the ship. So we're going to get out and we're going to do some hand mining. See what we can find in this cave. Now, I don't believe this cave has any NPCs in it. Hit T. Whoa. Excellent. Uh-oh. That's not looking good. That's not looking good. Nope. Nope. Let me in. Let me in. Nope. Come back. Okay, maybe I should try from the non-wind side. So I might have to leave the messages on. Might have to leave the engines on, because we seem to be bouncing along in the wind. That's no good. So let's power our ship on. Now let's put our engines on. Now will that hold it in position? Let's see. So I've had issues with the doors, an issue with the wind blowing a 14-ton spaceship. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Alright. Are you moving? Alright, so we'll leave the flashy lights on. Alright, so now I've lost the cave. Is it here? Is this it? There we go. Alright, so we're gonna do some hand mining. Gonna make some money. That's the plan. Once I find my way into the cave. Oh, it's down there. Remember, T for headlamp. These are not lootable. Can't open them. What we're looking for is mineable rocks. If you've watched any of my other videos, they're quite obvious which ones are mineable. There's one right there. Looks like Dolivine. I'd say, for the most part, go for Aphrite, but, you know, Dolivine, slightly easier to hit the green zone because it's a bit wider, but it's more unstable, goes up and down a lot more, and not worth as much. But since it's so close to the entrance, I'm going to see if I can find a few rocks and go drop them off in the ship to empty out the backpack, and then we'll go in further. We'll see how much money we can make. So I've mouse wheeled down a bit there, but you see how quickly this moves up and down. So a lot more unstable. So you have to have a lighter touch on your mining tool. Up and down. Alright. And then I can start picking these up. So this away. Pick them up. We'll start storing these. I think I can fit about, I don't know, about 50 gems in this backpack, maybe 100? I actually don't remember how many. We will find out. A little bit of storage on the core as well, but it's not a ton, so we're just going to try to grab these. Again, I'm not expecting to make a ton of money here, but I have enough money now to rent a Cutlass Black and a rock, which is always my next step to making money after getting the first little bit. Is the rock is a good money maker, and that is probably going to be the first vehicle I actually buy in game, will be the rock, because it's worth it just to buy it. It's so cheap, it's about 174,000 just to buy it. Alright, so we've got our first mined rock, and there is Aphrite. Now I don't think there's any Hadanite in here, so this should be Aphrite, yes? How come it's not showing up as a scan? Why? Oh, there we go. I saw it for a split second. There we go. There we go. Now I'm mining before I even scan it, because I know it's not going to get to the green zone before the scan's done. You can see the green bar is a lot narrower, however, the arrow is a lot more stable. It's not quickly going up and down, that I'm able to kind of control this a lot easier. Even though it's a much narrower green zone, optimal zone, you've noticed I haven't gone into the red at all. I'm keeping it almost centered in that green without any new input now that I have it basically set up. Now, we seem to have less gems here. Most of them kind of went into the geometry, but we'll try to get as many as possible. The ones next to the walls aren't always the easiest. So see, even this one, I can see it, but I can't get it. I'm wondering if my tractor beam would work, but I don't really... So you know what? I'm going to test that out. I've never really tried tractoring a gem before. Okay. Oh. No. Okay. So, now we know. Put that back. So we only got 2 out of that because the rest went into geometry. Kind of annoying. There's one up there too. Can't get that one. Alright. We'll try to find a better rock. Ignore these. You could get this ranted dung. Not worth it at all. I'm gonna keep going in. There's another Dolivine. And another Aphrite. Another Aphrite. And then this set of boxes here. So what I'm going to do, flashing green. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head back. Oh, there's another Dolivine. I'm going to mine all the rocks I just passed, and then we'll see how many we got. I'm going to head back to the ship, and we'll put them back to the ship. There's one there, and there's one there, and there's a few further up. So that's what I'm going to do, and you can join me when I've gathered those rocks. heading back to our ship now. We've just left the cave. Just those rocks near the ladder alone pretty much filled up our pack. And at the same time, we've got a few different gems here. Now, I only knew Dolivine of Aphrite to ever be in that cave. I've never found Hadanite in that cave. In fact, when I passed those other nodes, I saw them and just figured they were Aphrite. They, in fact, a couple of them were Hadanite. Now, if you're actually going to go mining and trying to make some profit, Hadanite is the way to go. And you can see I have some here. Now, if we look at here, there's a total of 5 across. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, about 50. You can get about 50 total if I fill up everything. So that's not too bad. What I'm going to do, unfortunately, there's no easy way currently to transfer everything into the ship. There's no group select or Hadanite used to stack, and sometimes when you like suck a bunch of gems through a rock, I think they might still stack, or they might just still show up one by one right now, which is kind of annoying. But you can see here, there's the Aphrite here. This is the Hadanite. I'm transferring this first. Next will be the Aphrite, which is this one here, and then we'll get the Dolivine. And so we're just putting all of these gems into our ship so that we can head back deeper in the cave and get another load of gems. Now, another way to make this slightly faster, I might as well put my food in the ship since I can't take my helmet off deep in the cave to drink anyways. I believe there's no ammo down in the cave. Another thing you could do is just have multiple backpacks, and you go into a ship and you take this backpack off, drop it into your ship inventory and put on a new one. That is a potential way to quickly unload and head back in to do some mining. But this is fine. It's not too bad. But I am really surprised that we found Hadanite. Now, I know a lot of people say don't bother with Dolivine. Why mine Dolivine? It's not worth anything. If you're deep in a cave and you have to make a decision, absolutely go for the Hadanite. It's worth double what the Dolivine is, and it's slightly easier to mine. But so close to the entrance, I always say mine Dolivine. Same with rocks. People are traveling around in their ship trying to do some rock mining, and they only see Dolivine and they're looking for Hadanite. Now we gotta wait for the loading. And they ignore all the potential Dolivine and Aphrite, only look for Hadanite, and then complain that they can't find anything to mine, anything worth mining. And I say, this doesn't bode well, that this is lagging like this. I say, if you see one Dolivine on itself down on the planet's surface, maybe, yeah, pass it by. But if you see 6 or 7 or 8, I always say mine it, because it's always worth the extra bit to mine. So I'm going to wait a bit. Hopefully this works itself out, and this is not some sort of crash. But then, once I get all this unloaded, we're going to head further into the mine and see what we can find. Heading back into the cave. We just had a comms message from the Siege of Orson. It is going on now, so there probably is quite a few people heading in through the clouds, heading down to take part in that. So less likely I'm going to find someone here. Again, I could collect these. Actually, I might collect one. Why didn't I just choose store to begin with? Just to show you how little they're worth. I was expecting... Ooh, how did I miss that? I was expecting to find only Aphrite and Dolivine in this cave. Instead, we found Hadanite also, which is the best thing to mine. Now, actually, I'm going to mouse wheel down a bit and just let this go for a second. I'll talk a bit about this screen here, and we'll kind of compare the same screens for the different types of gems. There's really only 3 types of gems: Dolivine, Aphrite, and Hadanite. Now, Hadanite is the one that most people go for, and people will ignore everything else. So close to the entrance of the cave, I'm grabbing everything and just loading into the ship because it's all money. But Hadanite is worth about double. Now, if we look at the middle of the mining tool here, using a left click, turns it on and off. Right click changes your angle, also puts it into this kind of scan mode. Mouse wheeling up, we see at 8%, 13%, 18%. That's our power. Mouse wheel down will bring it down. The battery life currently is infinite. We don't have to worry about that at the moment. On the right side, we have a bar. I just pointed with my finger. Unfortunately, you can't really see my finger. There's a green section, and that green section is where you want to keep the level in. So if I mouse wheel up, you'll see this white bar slowly start moving up And once it gets into that green section, that's where we want to keep it. So a little more power, it'll go up, a little less power will go down. Now on the right side, we have 4 icons. The top icon is the amount of gems, I believe, inside the rock. So the percentage maybe of gems is what that is. After that is stability. Now the stability here is 1.9, which is mid-range for stability. The lower is always better. So that's what's causing your bar. You can see on the side there, it's going up and down. The speed is changing. That is the stability. So something like Dolivine is very unstable and harder to mine. You have to control it by mouse wheeling up and down the power. After that is the mass. 0.09 is the mass's rock. They can go down to 0.08, I find, or up to 0.1. If you find crystals that is higher level than 0.1, that is for a rock, not for hand mining. You can't mine it with a hand mining. Although if you have maybe 10 guys with hand mining tools, possibly you could break one of those. I've never tried that. I've never seen that done, but I'm assuming it would work. You notice that green bar is going down because I didn't stay in it. You're just going to keep it there. If you go too high, it goes in the red, and the red bar fills up, which fills up quite quickly. It will explode, so avoid filling up that red bar. Now I'm kind of talking and not really paying attention while I'm doing this. You notice if I turn the beam off and turn it back on again, right away it comes back on at 0% power, and so then you can quite easily stop the power going into the rock. Now we've had this explode. This is where the drawback of mining in a cave is some of those gems may have shown up on the other side of the geometry here, so we can't get them. But here's one here. You could put away your multi-tool like I've been doing, using holding R or holding 1 and then choosing to holster weapon. You could hold F and click on a hadnite and store the hadnite, or, which is easier and faster, just tap F, I should say, while doing this. And you can gather all the hadnite, put it into your backpack. Just fill it up full of all the gems. Now, if you're really near stuff like the Anoush Plague or the Ranted Dung, you might inadvertently pick that up as well. You could always get rid of it, but in caves, sometimes it's hard to drop things. If I hit I, area too cluttered. Hard to drop things in caves. Very hard. You'd have to go back to your ship to unload it, or if you find a loot crate, or someone's... I don't know if you can actually put things in the loot crate now that I think about it, but if you find an NPC that you've managed to take out, you could maybe put stuff into their inventory as well. But that's the one other drawback of caves, is you can't drop things on the ground. Is that another rock? This is an aphrite. So let's look at the aphrite. The aphrite is a different color. The hadnite is like pink. This is more of a purple. There we go. Aphrite. Scan it. There we go. It's scanning. 0.09 again for the mass. The stability 0.9 and the gems 0.4. But you also notice the green zone, even though this is very stable, the green zone is very narrow. So it seems the more stable it is, the narrower the green zone. So they're all in a way kind of difficult to mine, to crack and to get the gems out. We're working on this. We're going to crack this. I'm going to gather them up, and then I will continue exploring the cave. If I find some Dolivine, we'll show you that. And if I find anything else interesting, I will show you that as well. So I am picking up this aphrite here, and some of it is kind of hard. Ooh, you can see there how you can kind of stick your head through the geometry. Some of it is hard to pick up. So you can hit left control, and that will get you down lower. And that crouch position allows you to pick up some of the ones that you might not be able to normally grab. So one other thing, if you're trying to grab some, if you can't pick it up, not only can you crouch, but also holding F and moving around, you can sometimes find the correct position to click store and get the goods. Every once in a while, they're very finicky, that you have to be in just the right position in order to pick them up. There, I had to try twice for that one without moving, and I picked it up. There we go. Now looking at a Dolivine rock, the stability you'll see is a 3.4, which is quite a bit higher. So if I just put it at 45%, you'll notice the bar occasionally showing up there. Will go up a little higher, maybe 64. Nope, Nothing yet. 70. So 70. Watch this. Watch the bar. It doesn't really drop quick, but it goes up quick. But there it goes. Up and down, up and down. This is why stability is harder for hand mining. Also, this is another reason why mining in the caves tend to be a little more dangerous, because if it goes up into the red and this rock explodes, the explosion can hurt you quite a bit, and if you aren't quick with a med pen, it may kill you. Now there, I'll just let this go up for a bit and I'll turn it off. You can see it's still in there in the red, but as it comes down, it's now filling the green and the red is dropping, and then now both are dropping. This is what you have to do. You have to let the red go down. If it's too high, it's going to cause an explosion, even if you crack the rock. So if the rock cracked while the red was still filled a little bit, it might damage me or destroy some of the stuff you're trying to mine. So there again, we're going to back up. So a little violent, and it probably destroyed some of the gems. So we're just going to pick up these and continue mining. We are now at a point in the cave where there is two divergent courses. You can either go down this path or down this path. If you are worried about getting lost, maybe always take the right path, and then on your way out, always take the left. Also, you can see your ship somewhere. There it is. And sometimes kind of heading towards your ship may help you out. But in this case, the exit is up here, so that doesn't work. So if you have poor spatial awareness like I do, sometimes it's better to just maybe stay along the same path and always take lefts or always take rights. But these caves aren't too complex, and I'm not currently worried about getting lost. So I'm just going to keep exploring, keep looking for some good minables. This? Nope, this is a weird looking rock. This looks like it might be a dead end. So if it is, it's going to make it a little bit easier, because I'll just head back the other way. Another way to avoid getting lost is to use quick flares. I don't currently have any quick flares on me, and this one I can't pick up. This is one that's in the cave. Probably marking towards if you were doing a finding missing persons mission. They tend to have a lot of quick flares. There's some dolomine. So if you have quick flares, you can drop them and light your way and set some sort of markers on the path that'll help you get out. There's currently no first-person personal scanning or the ability to do any mapping or waypoints, so unless you're using paper, old D&D style, then it's not going to be that easy to find your way with a map. There may be maps existing on the internet of these caves. I'm sure by now someone has made them, but I have not bothered to look for those. I've just kind of enjoyed running around, not getting too lost. At this point in the cave, there is quite a steep drop. With moons, you could take good drops, but in planets like on Hurston here, you have to be careful that you're not going to drop too far and hurt yourself. Now, getting back up, you're looking for these yellow edges. You just walk up the yellow edges, and then by hitting spacebar, you perform a climb action to get back up. So those yellow molds that they've added to this visual is just to help you know where a climbable surface is. Very handy when finding your way in a cave. So as we get further and further into the cave, I am now bypassing all the dolomine and aphrite I find and just focusing on the hadnite. And the reason why is because now, since it's such a long round trip to get back to the ship to unload, it's worth it to spend the extra time going after hadnite. So you can see I did have a little bit of dolomine here to start, but now I'm just focusing all on hadnite. I've got a, wrong key there, 68% full, and so I can bypass things. So here's another hadnite there, it looks like. Yes. But if I see anything else that's not hadnite, I'm not going to bother. Now these, some of them, that one was up on that rock face, this one's here. A little bit harder to get at sometimes. I did mine one rock, and all the gems just kind of went into the geometry, so I lost an entire rock's worth just by not being able to pick it up. But we're doing okay. We're getting some more. We're getting deeper into the cave. I still haven't found any NPCs. I still don't know if there's any NPCs in this cave. It has been literally years since I've been in this cave, or at least a year. I haven't been in this cave since maybe like 3.13, 3.14. I haven't been in here for quite a few patch cycles, so I really don't know what this entails. I think the last time I was in this cave was before the other styles of caves, the caves you could drive into or fly into, existed. So it's been a while. I've been avoiding the caves that you could just jump to and usually using the investigation missions. But so far, this has been well worth it. So if you're looking to start mining by hand, this is a good place to go. I also noticed my water is at 73% and my proteins are at 94, so I'm still doing okay. I can still mine for a while. Once I mine this rock, which is taking forever, I'll show you how to check your oxygen levels so that you can be sure that you're not going to run out of oxygen in the cave. There we go. Gotta keep this right in that green zone. Now I'm going to mouse wheel down a bit just to keep it nice and steady. They do tend to be a little more stable while you're in the green zone, which helps you out. There we go. So I'm going to holster my multi-tool, hit F1. I still have an hour and 21 minutes and 57 seconds of oxygen left. Quite a bit of oxygen. Also, you can hold F and right-click, and down here it'll show you 100% O2. It can show you I don't have any injuries, my temperature, food, drug levels. Health is at 99. Why am I down 1% in health? Unsure about that. Look at all the hadnite in this node. This is pretty good. Alright, well let's just keep picking these up. Awesome. I might have to head back soon and drop off this load. And then I'll decide if I'm going to continue to explore this cave or just to see how well we've done. I don't want to get too greedy because just my luck, this game has been too stable. And I will have a crash and lose everything. If you have a 30k and you're not in your ship when the 30k happens, sometimes that ship is unrecoverable. And so the only... Ooh, I got my med pen for some reason. Let's put that away. I didn't hit C. I must have just been looking down when I tapped F and picked up my med pen. What was I going to say? If you're ever lost in a cave and you don't know how to get out, you are truly lost. If you hit escape and exit the menu, you will return back to where you last woke up with all your gear and whatever's in your backpack. So whatever in my ship would be gone, so I'm going to bypass that. No reason to get that. But you at least get out of the cave and you make it. Now see this here. Can't get through. Ooh, it did automatically duck. Sometimes it doesn't automatically duck. Sometimes you have to hit control and get down. Also, I'll go back out here where it's a bit flatter. Is it X? X. So if we look now, I am flat. So you can crawl around to get through really narrow areas with X. Spacebar gets you to crouch. Spacebar again gets you back up. So control to crouch, X to go down. But this one automatically ducked me into this little narrow passage, which is kind of handy. Sometimes you need to choose to do it. Like right here, I can't go through. Hit control. Now I'm able to squeeze through here. Doesn't seem like there's any reason to be in there unless I wanted this piece of Dolivine, which I don't. If I can go around here maybe? Oh yeah. Ooh, where am I going? Now I'm truly in a dead end that I don't need to be anywhere. Alright, so we're just going to keep exploring this cave. Somehow I get less lost doing this than if this was more realistic. Like if this was in VR, I would be totally messed up right now about where I'm supposed to go. Although right now it seems like I can't get... There we go. Through there. Alright, so let's squeeze through this little narrow passageway. Oh, there's a place to climb. Excellent. Up we go. Ooh, what's this? What is this? Whoa. Keep going. Ooh, another glow stick. So, something this way. Let's keep going this way. I'm going to keep exploring. I really should head back to the ship because I am now 84% full. But we will continue on. Alright, so I said I'd continue on, and now look at. I am boned. I am stuck here, and I don't think I can get out. I think this might be it for me, which is very annoying. So I'm going to try my best to get out of this. But if I can't, I'm screwed. If I can't, if I pull my multi-tool out? Changes my shape a bit. Nope. Nope. I can't crouch. I'm stuck in like a fall animation. Alright. I'm gonna hope for the best that I can get out of this. Yes! Alright. So, I tried using the sit emote, and that got me out of it. That is pure luck. I do want to keep going this way, but I also want to risk being stuck in that stupid route again. So we are going to head back this way. I'm so glad I got out of that. There is still a way to go this way, so let's... Should I do it? Should I do it, or should I head back? I am so full. I'm not full enough. Anyways, that is pure luck. I thought it was done. I thought we weren't gonna get anywhere. Uh-oh, now I am a little bit turned around. Should I go through there, or should I go through here? Let's go this way. I think this is the way I came. Yeah, this is the way I came. So we could go... We're going to go back. If I find another direction to go, I might check that out, because there is one, I think, here? No? No? But that was a close call. Up here. Did I go up here? Let's go check this out. Climb. I'm so happy that I got out of that stuck area. This won't work. This will work. Climb. I do not believe this is the way I came. I believe this is a different way. So let's see what's over here. Not a lot of minables that I'm seeing. Just things I could pick up. That's climbable. Is this the way it came? I don't believe so. Again, lost in the caves. If I was looking for a lost climber, or a lost spelunker, I should say, you have to do a lot of climbing and searching. Well, there we go. Let's grab that. Some delicious hadnite. So yeah, so /sit was what I used. There's many different emotes you could use, but that was the one I tried, and it worked out really well. It's an old trick from quite a while ago that I remembered. It's at least a couple of years that that's existed. So I'm glad to see that it still worked, because I pulled that out of the Mine Palace, and I'm very happy that this video didn't end with me being really annoyed and only being able to sell what was in my backpack. I think once I'm full up, I'm not going to continue exploring this cave for NPCs, because I still don't know if there are any here. If there are, let me know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to find my way out and get into the ship, and we'll see what we've done as far as profits for hand mining. Not the most profitable. Some people find it tedious or annoying. I love mining. I love some of the more kind of fiddly aspects of the game, which other people are not into. A lot of people are like, why do you do this? You could just run bounties and make a lot of money. But if you're just grinding bounties to make money, get ships until the next patch, that's not my playstyle. I like to just relax and explore. And this is pretty fun. That's it? Only these gems? Oh, actually, there's quite a few there. That's not bad. Alright, so let's grab these and see how much space we have. Oh, and there's gems here too. Cool beans. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. 2 more. Pick it up. Pick it up. Is that it? Okay. Inventory. 98%. So we can get like 4 more? Do I really want to? There's another why did I say multi-tool? Quick flare up there. Alright, if I see a hadnite around here anywhere. But I'm not gonna run too far. No. Those aren't lootable, unfortunately. So that's where I came up, correct? Yeah. So let's go this way. Now if I see some flashlight beams in the distance, then I'll know that there's some people here, but... Is this where I just was, but circled around the other way? Maybe not. That'd be kind of funny if that was an easier way to get up. There's some Hadnite. There we go. So I'm going to grab this Hadnite, and then I'm going to start working on my way back out. And is that the last one? Oh, no, there's still a couple there. Picking... Oh, okay. Holding the Hadnite in my hand, that means there's still 2 there. Means I am full. Now, unfortunately, you can't drop things on the ground. But can I switch this out? Yes, that worked. So at least if I'm getting rid of one, it's only Dolomite, because if I drop things on the ground, area too cluttered because we're in a cave. Annoying, annoying, annoying. So I have to leave those last couple Hadnites. And we're going to try to find our way out of this cave now. So, this way? This way? Let's see how lost I get. Oop, that's my light. Should leave that on. So I believe it is this way. We're going to go down here. Now, as long as I can climb with Dolomite in my hand, maybe that's okay. Not up there? No. This way? Maybe. Maybe. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. Maybe it is. Did we climb all the way up there? I should have been paying attention. Let's go down. Let's go down. Gotta go down to go up, right? Does that sound right? Don't hurt yourself. Don't fall. Oh, is this where I got stuck? Let's go look. No, that's totally different. Alright. Well, you're gonna see me run around a lot. Going, where am I? Where should I go? What am I doing? And that is boring. So, I will see you soon when I found my way out of this labyrinthine cave. So I made it out. I was actually a lot closer to the opening than I thought. It was fairly quick. Unfortunately, I stopped recording, and so I actually just said, wow, that was pretty quick. Maybe I just should have kept it recording. Then I realized it wasn't even recording at that point. We are here. Now I still have the Dolomite in my hand. You can actually climb cliffs with Dolomite in your hand, which is kind of handy too. So let's just get rid of that. One rock. So I can see it. And put it in the ship. Alright, I'll leave. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it this way. Drop, drop, drop. I'm going to fill up with Hadonites. Is that other? Yes. I'm going to fill up with Hadonite. I'm going to put as much in as possible into my backpack and into my core. Let's do it this way. It makes it easier. 92, 94, 96, 98, 100% full, 89, 100. There we go. We now are full of Hadonite. So when I go to sell, let's find out how much the maximum you can get by doing this is worth if you have just your core and your backpack. On top of that, we'll see how much in general I made from this cave. It's not going to be a massive amount, but I'm hopeful that it's actually going to be pretty good. So I'm going to go to Everest Harbor. Oh, this is happening again. How does that get fixed? Does anyone remember this stupid bug or my arm when I'm in the seat? You know what? The one way to fix it, I find, is to log out and log back in. And it only affects you when you're piloting. And I'm hoping I'm not going to be fighting. Look at all the rock minables that are showing up on the ship's scanner here. Quite a few. Well, not rock minables, I should say gems. These are all the hand minables. Anyways, this bug is annoying. And I can't recall what gets rid of it. Might be accessing multi-glass a bunch of times, but I find that is not necessarily the case. Nope. So it might be doing another emote, but I'm just going to fly with this stupid hand in my eyes. Yet another annoying, persistent bug that has not been fixed. It doesn't really help me out. It doesn't show me. I can't really see my speed at the moment, but all I need to do is get out into space and then aim for Everest Harbor. So I'll put cruise control on while I find Everest Harbor. Why did I not do that? Star map. Star map. Everest Harbor. And cruise control off. Aim. Giving myself the thumbs up because I'm super excited about this. Someone told me on one of my videos, I think when I was trying out the Pisces, and this happened. I think it was both arms of the Pisces, which was very annoying. Alright, well this is not the most ideal landing with my visuals a little bit bonkers, but I can't really see my speed. I'll just decide I'm going kind of fast. Why am I still... There we go. There. Alright. So request landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay, where can I land, buddy? Right there. This way? Yes. I'm getting better at knowing. Look for these glowy signs, and those are the tops of your landing hangar areas. Now, luckily, I can use F4 to see my ship externally if this gets annoying with this hand in my eyes. But it looks like it's going to be okay. Although, is that not where I'm supposed to land? Is there another hangar somewhere? Like a side hangar? Because that's not opening. No. Oh no, it was open. I thought it was just the door. Alright, I'm going a little fast. Landing gear down. And I'm giving myself a thumbs up landing. Yes. Engines off. Let's get out of this chair. So when I log out and log back in, I should be okay as far as my hand sticking up in the air. Exit. So let's go store the ship. Let's go to admin and let's do some selling and see how we did. Okay, admin for Everest Harbor is up these stairs in the Galleria. Very easy to find. No doors. Interesting. So, let's see how we did. Let's sell. Let's choose our core and backpack. Full of Hadanite. So, 50 Hadanite in our backpack. 13,750. Awesome. Let's choose our core. Got it. Okay, let's choose our core. 9 Hadanite. 2,475. Got it. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Now let's go to our Aurora. We will see. So we look at the prices here. Hadanite is 275 UEC per crystal. You're making 275 UEC. The Aphrite is 152.5 UEC. How do you get 0.5 UEC if you only sell one? Does it round up? Unsure. Let's find that out. Let's find that out. Nope. Rounds down. That's kind of annoying. should round up. That math is wrong. Anyways, 152.5 UEC for Aphorite. Dolivine is 130. So we'll start with the Dolivine. 47 of them got us 6,110. So again, people say don't get it, don't bother with it, but look at $6 grand. That was right by the ship, no problem with that. Aphorite, 7,320 for another 48. Got it. And now we have only 28 Hadanite. 7,700. So, selling that, if you look at the top corner here, we have cracked the 100,000 UEC. Starting from, if you recall, absolutely nothing. Oh, now there's a door. Absolutely nothing. No undersuit, no helmet, no tools. The most basic ship without any fuel, or at least a little bit of fuel, and no ability to refuel because I wasn't going to claim it. We have got to the point now where we have over 100,000 UEC, which means we have more than enough, because I think I only needed about 50,000 in order to rent a cutlass and rent a rock. So that is possibly what you're going to be seeing next. I definitely don't think you're going to be seeing the Siege of Orson stuff that I've done. If you do want to see that, let me know, but it's probably not going to be the next video out. It's going to take a while to get that out, but if you want to, if you really want to, subscribe. Subscribe, enough people subscribe, I'll get it out there. If you don't want to see it, then what you need to do then is subscribe. Basically just, it'd help me out if you would subscribe. We are at about 926, I believe, subscribers, so pretty awesome. Only about 75 away from my 1,000 subscriber goal, at which point then I'll be doing some giveaways. So please check out my other videos. I have a lot of mini tutorials out. I don't know why I'm running around in circles, since I love just staring out into space. We'll just go do that. I'm gonna have to eat some food and drink some drinks. I'm at 48% drinkables on my list here, but I do thank you for watching. I do hope you found this at least a little bit entertaining and informative. And if you ever get stuck into a cave, try sitting down. Apparently that helps. Until next time, thank you so much for your support. Goodbye.